Happy Friday, Mel. Congratulations. Finally made it on time. So for everybody who's joining, if you have not seen, today we are going to do a giveaway of, let me zoom out, of this fish here. So stay to the end, or we'll give it away. If you don't have a tank for this fish, hello Dave. If you don't have a tank for this fish, we can give you store credit that you could use for purchases in the future on our website. So we'll give away a store credit of the value of this fish if you do not have a tank or you do not want this fish. So stay tuned to the end and we'll do one of our giveaways. We're kind of kicking it old school today, where we are going to be, we showed the fish in the specimen container. Hello, Sarah. Sarah, my wife, has joined us today, so that's good to see. So yeah, we're going to, the fish, I'm sure you guys saw in the video, we had him in this specimen container. We're gonna give him away at the end. It's gonna be a random number. We already pre-picked the number, so it's gonna be picked later. So until then, sit tight. We're gonna look at some fish and any requests you guys have. We have the newsletter coming out today. We do have some new fish going up on the website that are just coming out of quarantine. They were imports from Indonesia, so we'll look at some of those. And also we're gonna highlight a couple fish that I just think are looking really good. Lots of cool stuff that recently came in, and some fish that have been in, but they're just starting to color up really well, so we'll look at those. Dr. Q, happy Friday, good to see you. Carly says, good luck to everybody on the giveaway. So Carly's in the comments answering any questions. Hello, Allison, Jermaine. So yeah, guys, stick to the end. Let's go look at some fish. If you have any requests, just let me know and we'll go look at them. So the first fish I want to highlight is these Nana Acara anomala, or also known as the Dwarf golden cichlid. Now these are a really awesome little fish. They're a small fish that pack a lot of punch. They look like a dwarf electric blue acara. Now they're not related, but as the males grow and mature, you'll see that they get more and more blue. Right here is a young male, and there are several females in this tank that are ready to spawn already. They're showing spawning colors. You can see the female here in the center, right there underneath my finger. But yeah, these guys are looking really good. These came in on the Indonesia order. We put them through a dewormer and they're looking great. So highly recommend it. If you have a tank that has more community type fish, maybe a little softer water, you don't want to keep these in African cichlid type water. So really, I would recommend 200 or less on the TDS. pH doesn't seem to be as important, but the lower pH, the better with these guys. I would say anywhere from 6 to 7.5 would be acceptable. Awesome little fish though, highly recommend it. Mario just ordered some cauda punctatus. How many of them would live comfortably in a 40 breeder? So Mario, if that is the only fish in the tank, I would say I would go with about 6 to 8. They can be pretty territorial, pretty aggressive. They don't get very big. Now they get about 3 inches max maybe, but when they get to spawning, they become very territorial to the point where they'll chase each other out of the tank where they jump. So if you get breeding groups of them, definitely recommend a lid. And I wouldn't overcrowd the tank because they do get pretty aggressive. Jermaine, I'll just stick to the end. We're gonna do a giveaway. It's gonna be a random number. It's gonna be a random number picked. So just keep that in mind. Stick to the end. We'll do it. So now with this giveaway, guys, really quick, I did not go over it. The only thing we're asking is for you to pay shipping. So whatever zone you're in, we will pay the rest if it costs more, but just pay your shipping costs. Now, if you have an order you're waiting for, or maybe you want to place an order after winning the fish, you can definitely do that, and we'll just add the fish to your order. So here are the Gelitochromis transcriptus gombe. I think these guys have been looking really good. So these are a nice Tanganyikan, and if you missed the name, here it is. Now these are F1s. The parents were wild caught. And then there's one other fish, guys, I want to show. Unfortunately, they ate their eggs, but these are the Gelitochromis Mark Smithi. There is one deformed one in here. We're not going to sell him. We're going to sell around him. But these guys actually bred in this tank earlier this week. The female laid her eggs back here on the silicone of the tank, but it looks like they got eaten. So these guys are looking really good. Just ignore the deformed one. We're not going to ship that one out. He'll go to a good home to somebody who works here. And then right behind me, nope, it's on the other side of this rack. Over here we have the Neolamprologus multifasciatus. These guys are doing great. You can see in the tank here we have a bunch of PVC and fake shells. We learned, if you look back there, there's a baby. It just darted down. There it goes again, but that fish is blocking the view. It's in the back underneath the female. It's kind of hovering. But hopefully you guys were able to see that. These guys, we learned we can't keep actual real shells in the tanks with them. They're very hard to catch out of the shells once they go in there. They just dig themselves in there. And so when it comes time for us to ship them, we have a really hard time trying to get them. So we just give them a bunch of aquarium decorations or PVC tubes or fake shells to hide in. But even with that, you'll see, let me see if I can get that fry. There's only one down there, but that is a good sign to see them spawning in our sales tank. That means they're happy and healthy. So guys, you guys got a lot of comments coming in today. I'm missing them. So let me see. Let me go back, scroll a little bit. Mel, got a question about emerald cories and koi angels. So we did just get some shipments in of emerald cories. They should be done through quarantine in the next week. They came in from Indonesia as well. They typically just take a little bit longer to go through quarantine. They don't ship as well because they do release a neurotoxin. Now over here we do have some koi angelfish, and if they're not on the website, they should be shortly. It does look like the tank is being quarantined, but they look good overall. So shortly these koi angelfish should be on the website. I don't see any glaring issues. They were being treated with an antibiotic, so they probably had something going on with their fins, but overall they look good. I don't see any glaring issues. So these guys should be up very shortly. So it looks like you guys answered a question for Holly, but I'm going to read it and see if I have anything else to say. Okay, you guys are still talking about the Caudopunctatus. So, Carly, do we have a location on any Vieja Argentina? Let's see what else, guys, while I'm reading some of these comments. Gary just picked up some black emperors as ditherfish, and they spawned in your 10-gallon quarantine. That's really good, Gary. They must have really liked your water, and they must have been healthy and just ready to spawn when you got them. So C35, we should have some Argentina. So let me go around to the other side of this rack. So they're gonna be up high. All right, yeah, so here they are. So they're kind of on the smaller side, like 2 inches. These guys look really nice as adults. I love how the males look. They get a nice, I do believe these guys get a nice big predominant hump on their head, the males do. Beautiful fish if you have the space and if you have the time to wait for them to grow out. Now here's another good looking fish. These are the red smooth Oscars. And you can see they're getting some direct sunlight from above us. You can see the way the sun's hitting them. They look really nice. TA, that's a good question. So TA asks, how are the golden dwarf cichlids compared to dwarf acaras or the Latta acara araguaea? So overall, the Nana acara anomala stays smaller, and they are a little less aggressive in my experience. The araguaea are much more likely to spawn. They're less picky, and they can be a little bit more aggressive because they are a little bit of a larger fish. The Nana acara anomala are going to have more color, and overall they're going to be a little bit more shy, a little bit less aggressive. So on the anomala, I would definitely recommend you use a ditherfish in the aquarium. It's going to help with aggression, and it's also going to help with making your fish feel safer. Mario, any Lake Uter Bosemani? We may have a few we can swing around and look. Carly, if we do have a location on those, could you let me know? It looks like some of the lights are out on this. So right now I do know I don't know if these are the only Lake Uter Bosemani we have, but on this tank we do have, it looks like a couple males, but overall it's almost all females. Now the lights are off on this tank too, which means the fish all have their color turned off. Mason, you're asking about Amphilophus citronellus. Is that, I'm unsure if that's their actual, are these the Midas? Is that the scientific name for the Midas? Let me check. Yes, so we do have Midas. The Midas are crazy fish. I know there's a lot of debate on which species is actually the hobby or the hybrids, but this is what we get in. We don't breed these here. We get them from a local farm. But you can see there's all kinds of color variation in this fish. Sarah asks, can I show my favorite plecos we currently have in? Yes, we can go do that. Let's go look at some plecos. Now, a lot of these plecos, guys, just keep this in mind, are on soft water. So we keep them in RO and we remineralize it with our tap water or our well water. Unfortunately, some of the lights are off, but let's look at some. Now, here is one of my absolute favorites. This is going to be the slate pleco, the pseudo-ancistrus Geinsteiger. So I really love the pattern on these guys. Cool coloration. I can't get the camera to focus. There's one in the back there too. So these guys remind me of a mix of a hill stream loach and a pleco. They're kind of flat, but they're more pleco shaped. So big fan of these guys. Very interesting. I've never saw them until recently. And then, now this is not a fish I would personally keep just because of the size of them. I typically like smaller fish, but these are beautiful fish. You got your L200s or your green phantom plecos. Really big fan. Love the colors. And then we also have some, this is funny, they think they're hidden. We have some L046s or the zebra plecos, and they're just shoved underneath this, up against the glass on the side of this piece of wood. I think they think they're hidden, but they're obviously not. And then one last Pleco before we go on to some other requests. They're going to be over here on this another softwater rack. Lesser known ancestral species. These guys are still under quarantine. The only reason is I have not seen them eat yet since they came in. Now these guys are still kind of small. But these are the L519s or the ancestral species Rio Itenez. Now these guys look, as they get larger, a lot like a honeycomb pleco. They're just really cool. This is a wild type that just ends up looking almost like a Wobbin Munster. It's just, they're kind of small right now, so it's hard to see. But these are a bushy nose type, so the males will get the bushy nose, and the females might have a couple bristles here or there, but not too many. This is a lesser known, and hopefully they become more popular because they're definitely deserving of it. They have really cool pattern. I like how their dorsal and tails are outlined with like a white edge or a white seam. But can't really get too good of a shot on these guys. They're all hiding in the back, but you can see, even though I really haven't got them to eat yet, they must be eating something. They do have little fat bellies. They have been dewormed, so they should be up shortly. All right, so I'm seeing a couple more locations for different requests. So let me scroll a little bit, guys. Albino Red Empress. So let's go look at those. D42 and D60. We headed the wrong way, guys, right off the bat. So who's ready for this giveaway, guys? I know it's we haven't done a free fish giveaway in a long time. Just this week, we were talking like, hey, how can we start giving back more like we used to? How can we build some excitement? And we came up with the idea of giving away free fish again. So that's really exciting. We like to kind of keep it old school, where we catch the fish, we take a short little video outside in a specimen container where you get the natural sunlight, where you can see the fish in their full color. And you guys really seem to like it, so hopefully you guys like the fish choice we did today. We will try to do a couple different types. Like today we did a peacock. Maybe next week we'll do a pleco, or maybe we'll do a rainbow fish like we used to. So just stay tuned, guys. Keep coming to these live Fridays. We really like it, and we like being able to give back to you. So, and also just remember, if you do place an order, we'll just add this to your current order, or you can say, hey, wait a week. Now that's kind of pushing it. We don't like to wait too long, but if you say, hey, I'm gonna place an order in the next 3 or 4 days, can you just add this to my order? We will gladly do that, so just keep that in mind. So here are the Red Empress, the albinos. This is going to be a 2 to 3 inch tank. And then I saw another request, so let me find it. Red shoulder peacocks. We'll go look at some of the larger ones. So these are the Chilolo. I cannot say it. Chilelo. Sorry guys, I'm gonna struggle and try, but we're gonna go look at those. So, and then they are also gonna be next to the zebra obliquitans, which were also requested. So, oh, we are on the wrong side, but we are close to the zebra obliquitans. So we will look at them first. Now this fish is a Lake Victorian, and they can go through some wild color changes. You can see you have a male up here that has predominantly yellow. There's a male underneath them who's more dark with a red belly. When you get a nice dominant colored male, you're gonna see him with the yellow tail, the red belly, and the black bars are gonna be very distinct. Kevin Lee, I do believe we still have some wild Colombian Oscars in stock. We should have some on the website, unless they were sold out already, and there's still some sitting in the tank. So if it's showing out of stock, they could have just been sold out. All right, here is the red shoulder peacock, and here is the dominant male in the tank. Now that's a good looking fish. Oop. These guys do not like the cameras. And let's go look at this one last fish. I'm sorry if I didn't get to your requests today. The comments were coming in faster than what I'm used to, and I wasn't able to keep up. We're going to look at these wild Colombian Oscars, and then we're going to come back and look at the fish we're giving away, and we're going to start the giveaway. So just wait a couple minutes here, probably about another 2 minutes, and we will be giving a fish away. All right, so the wild Colombian Oscars, here they are. They are sitting at 2.5 to, I would say, like right under 3 inches. The smallest one right here is probably 2.5 inches. The larger one is probably 3.25, 3.5 inches. So those are looking really good. Now, if you're into Oscars, and I know you like the wild ones, but in this area, we have a lot of Oscars in stock right now. They might not be on the website yet, but shortly they will be. They came in from the Indonesia import as well. These are the red tiger Oscars. And then up here we have some albino Oscars. And then next door we have the albino red tiger Oscars, which have a significant amount more color. Those are really good. And then we already showed the red smooth Oscars. And then these are the showstoppers. If you ask me, we have some red chili Oscars. And these are albino. Sometimes they come in albino, sometimes they don't. Now these are definitely albino. You can see it in their eyes. So a lot of choices for your Oscar lovers out there today. All right, guys, who's ready for the giveaway? So today, giveaway is going to be how we normally do it. It's going to be choose a number 1 through 150. Now, don't start yet. Please do not start. Let me get through all the rules so everybody has a fair chance. So, choose a number 1 through 150. The person who gets closest without going over is going to win. Everybody gets one choice or one guess. So if we see you guessed 15, 20 times, we're going to disqualify you. Now, if you guess a number and you see somebody else guessed right before you, please feel free to put in a second guess. We're not going to fault you for that, because it gets crazy, we know. So let's turn around, look at the fish, and we're gonna start. So guys, if you want to start getting your guesses in, pick a number 1 through 150. This is just a random number guess, so I have the number written on this piece of paper. It was there before we started. So whoever's closest without going over. So good luck, everybody. Here's the fish. So now, guys, if you don't have space for this fish, if you don't keep African cichlids, or your tank is full and you would just prefer store credit, we will definitely do that for you. So we're going to give the value of the fish if you do not have space for this. Now, if you win, all we ask for you is to email us at fish@imperialtropicals.com. Tell us your YouTube username, because not everybody has the same names across all the platforms, and we will send you the code, or we will send you an invoice for shipping, or you might say, hey, I'm going to place an order, and you just place your order as normal, and we'll add this to your order. So just for reference, guys, this fish is sitting at probably 3.5 inches. It's a pretty young male. It's an albino dragon blood. So we're going to give everybody a couple more, just another minute or so. We'll sit back, kind of just watch the tank, because I do see some more comments coming in. Green Ranger, we haven't had any like new rainbows recently, but we have been starting to breed more of our own rainbows like we used to. So we did try to ramp up production on some of these species. So there's some stuff that we used to buy that we are now going to breed ourselves. But really, we don't have anything like new or new to the hobby, unfortunately. All right, guys, so it seems like the comments of the guessing has stopped. So Carly is going to let us know who is closest, or guess the number. So Carly, let me know. So the number, you guys ready for this? So for the winner, the number is 52. So whoever got closest or guessed the number. I didn't watch any of the numbers come in. I was busy watching the fish, trying to keep them on camera, so let me know. So Holly says congrats. Oh geez. So Sarah is the winner of 51. So guys, we're gonna go with the next closest number. Sarah already gets to win. We get fish here, so that's okay, guys. We'll go to the next one. Sarah said she's sorry. Yeah, we're gonna go to the next closest person. So the next closest person who did not go over, that is hilarious. So congratulations to my wife, but we're gonna go to the next one. So Carly, could you please let us know? Yeah, what are the chances of that, guys? So if you guys don't know, that is my wife. She typically doesn't join the live streams, but today she did. So Chevy says it's gonna be DD Aquarium. So let's see what Carly has to say as she scrolls through. She'll let us know officially. Okay, so DD Aquarium had 50, so congratulations, Double D Aquarium or DD Aquarium. I like the sound of Double D Aquarium, so that's exciting. So DD Aquarium, just send us an email to fish@imperialtropicals.com, and we will get you either the fish or a store credit for what the fish is worth on our website, so you can purchase whatever you'd like to in the future with it. Now, with the store credit, guys, we are going to treat it like we normally do on store credit. So if you won today, and let's say the fish is worth $49.99, we are still going to have to treat it like a typical store credit. So if you don't accept the fish, just treat it as regular store credit, which means you'll still have to meet the store minimum to ship, which is $50, I believe. So unfortunately, it's just the way our system works. So if you take store credit, it's just going to be money off your next order, and all the typical rules are still going to apply. So congratulations to DD Aquarium. I'll look out for your email. We're going to send you either the fish or some store credit. So that's awesome. Now, any last minute requests, guys, any fish you want to see, let me know. We're going to have some fun today. We're trying to get it to be a little less monotonous every week. We're not going to be able to go down to the greenhouse today, but I want to get out into the greenhouses. The only problem is internet connection. Even if I am on not the Wi-Fi, we lose connection. Also, this is the time of year I want to get you guys down there live. If I go down there in the summer, the heat gets to the gimbal, the heat gets to the phone, and everything starts to kind of shut down. So those greenhouses get very hot. They get upwards of 120 degrees. So any last minute requests, guys, let me know. We're going to go look at them. So we're going to go a little longer today. Not too much, just a few more minutes. And if not, I'm just going to start showing some fish. There is one fish I do want to show, so we're going to swing around. So, and this is a Tanganyikan. We are going to look at some Gelitochromis, Reagani, or the Midnights. So these Midnights, we have a bunch of them in, and they're just looking really good. They're getting really dark. I really, really like the Midnights. And something just spooked them. I was standing perfectly still, and they just kind of all darted. That was pretty unexpected. Red Empress. Yes, Allison, we can definitely go look at some Red Empress. Now, I'm not too sure. There's been some debate with one of our customers on our Red Empress strain, if it's Sangabe or Sangabe. I personally am unsure. Now, on Lake Tanganyika, there is a Sangabe and there is a Sangabe. I know we sell them just as how we imported them. So we got these in as Sangabe originally. They were from Germany. Now this is the larger size. I would say these are 4 to 5 inches. And it's really unfortunate. I don't know what the deal is. I was just talking about this fish in particular today. First thing this morning, this guy was all fired up. He still is all fired up. But for some reason on the camera phone, this back half of him is like really, really nice dark ruby red. And from my perspective on the phone, it's looking kind of more brownish, burnt orange looking. But in person, it is very red. But for some reason, camera doesn't pick that up. Now, this one, less dominant, less colored up. In video, looks a lot better. But this, honestly, is the nicer, more dominant fish. Now, next door, we have some smaller Sangabes. These are all males as well. But you can see they're not colored up nearly as much as the larger ones. So the problem with the Protomalus species, a lot of them don't color up until they get to a larger size, but a lot of them are definitely worth the wait to see how they turn out. Kelly, we love our nano tanks here, so next week if you want, let us know. We can show some more nano fish. And also, if you do win, just know you can get store credit. But thank you for joining, Kelly. Any albino ruby reds? I don't think we have any albino ruby reds in. We do have some black orange dorsals, so we'll go look at those. So the black orange dorsals, they're gonna be on the smaller side, I believe. Probably, if I remember correctly, I think they're gonna be around 2 to 3 inches. So this is gonna be the last fish for today, guys. I know I missed a lot of requests today. We were busy. There are supposed to be in a tank up here. I can't see. This tank is freshly empty, so it even still has the tag. Now here are some smaller black orange dorsals. These are 1 to 2 inch. There is a little bit of a larger one there, but that's a 1 to 2 inch tank. Now there is one more location. We'll check it out before we end today. So, oh, right below us, guys. We're right there. So, yeah, these are at 2 to 3 inches. Sorry for the glare behind me. It's always difficult with all the aquarium lights all around us. It makes it hard to fight the glare, as I'm sure you guys are well aware. All right, guys, that is going to be it for today. Thank you for joining DD Aquatics or DD Aquariums. Looking forward to seeing your email. Shout out to my wife for joining us. Good to see you on the live stream. Guys, keep tuning in. We're going to do more fish giveaways. We're trying to have some fun with this. So next week, we'll probably do it again. If you guys haven't done it already, or if you are one of the past winners of the online video call, we haven't seen too much interest in that. If that is something you're interested in, reach out and let us know. We want to get somebody to do it with us so we can get the experience and just see kind of how it flows. So yeah, if that's something you're interested in, send me an email, tag my name in it, and we will go from there. But congratulations to the winner, and see you guys next week. Later.